It's been 3 years since my last everyday carry video, and in that time I've really pared down my essentials to just what I truly need. No excess, just intentional functional pieces that I carry every single day. Today, I'll walk you through my minimal carry approach, why I keep it this way, and the thought process behind each item. Let's dive in. A smartphone is, without a doubt, the most essential piece of modern EDC. We practically live on these devices. My phone of choice is the iPhone 13 Pro, which I upgraded to 3 years ago. I'll likely be upgrading again when Apple drops the iPhone 17, mostly for the improved camera and performance. I don't upgrade every year because I prefer to maximize each phone's lifespan, get the most out of my investment, and actually notice a significant difference when I do switch. For protection, I've been using the Rimowa aluminum case, which I picked up at their San Francisco store while getting my luggage tag hot stamped. If you're not familiar, Rimowa is a German luxury brand best known for its high-end luggage made from grooved aluminum, a design that's become iconic in travel culture. Their products are engineered for durability and timeless design, and this phone case is no exception. The case itself is made from a combination of aluminum and shockproof TPU, designed to absorb impact while maintaining a sleek industrial aesthetic. The interior is lined with microfiber to protect the phone, and the aluminum backplate features Rimowa's signature grooves, matching their classic luggage. Originally, I got this case to match my suitcase, but after nearly 3 years of use, I can confidently say it's one of the best phone cases I've ever owned. It's taken a lot of drops, as you can see from the scratches, but it still holds up incredibly well. When I upgrade my phone this year, I'll most likely stick with this case again. If you're into premium luggage and travel essentials, I also have a video where I review my Rimowa suitcase in detail, so if you're interested, definitely check that out. I've had this card holder for a few years now, and I have zero desire to replace it. This is the Hermes Calvi card holder, made from Epsom calfskin. The design is as minimal as it gets, just a single folded piece of leather secured with one snap button, purely focused on function. One of the things I appreciate about investing in high-quality, well-crafted essentials is that they last. Despite carrying this every single day for the past 3 years, it shows almost no noticeable signs of wear. The Epsom leather is known for its durability and resistance to scratches, which is why it still looks nearly brand new. The snap button closure is also incredibly well made. It still clicks in place securely, with no signs of getting loose over time. This is a small but important detail because a poorly made snap button would be the first thing to fail on a design this simple. But here, it's as solid as the day I bought it. Although I'm not showing all the credit cards and membership cards I carry in this video, this card holder can easily fit 6 to 8 cards with no issue. The amazing part is that even when fully loaded, it doesn't look bulky at all. Unlike traditional wallets that stretch out and lose their shape over time, the Calvi maintains its sleek and understated form no matter how much you carry. The single compartment design allows the leather to mold around its contents while keeping the overall silhouette slim and pocket-friendly. Another reason I love this specific card holder: it fits an AirTag inside. I almost lost my previous wallet in a hotel wedged deep in the couch, and after that experience, I knew I needed some kind of tracking. The Calvi is compact, yet it holds a surprising amount, and thanks to Tesla, I don't even need to carry a car key when I drive my wife's car. As much as I appreciate Rimowa's design philosophy, I don't see myself swapping this out for an all Rimowa setup just for the sake of consistency. The Calvi is too well designed and functional to give up, and for an item I use every day, quality and longevity matter more to me than matching aesthetics. After owning this watch for about 4 years, I can confidently say it's a permanent piece in my collection. The Rolex Submariner No Date is a watch that just works for nearly any situation, which is why it gets the most wrist time out of anything I own. Even on my recent trip to Japan, I brought 2 other watches with me, but I still ended up wearing the Submariner 80% of the time. It's just that perfect travel companion, sporty, versatile, and reliable. The Submariner No Date is a true classic, and while it's one of the most recognizable watches in the world, it still remains understated in its own way. It doesn't have the flashiness of a two-tone or gem set piece, nor does it scream for attention. From certain perspectives, it just looks like a simple, well-made tool watch. but for those who know, they know. There's something about this watch that makes it feel like it's part of history. Unlike my Oyster Perpetual, which is also a great everyday piece with an even more understated design, the Submariner carries the DNA of Rolex's legacy in dive watches. It's been around since 1953, evolving over the years while staying true to its original design language. This reference, 124060, features a 41mm stainless steel case, Cerachrome bezel, and 300 meters water resistance, making it one of the most capable sports watches Rolex offers. The new glide lock clasp system makes it incredibly easy to adjust on the fly, which I find really useful when I'm traveling and my wrist expands or shrinks depending on the temperature. The 3-day power reserve is also practical, allowing me to switch to another watch for a couple of days and still come back to it running. And while I don't necessarily take it diving, the ceramic bezel and solid construction mean I never have to worry about it. Sometimes I ask myself, could I ever go down to a one-watch collection? And the answer is still no. While the Sub no date can be worn anywhere and anytime, I still appreciate having a few other pieces for different occasions and aesthetics. But if I had to choose one watch to wear for the rest of my life, the Sub would definitely be a top contender. I picked up this bracelet during one of my trips to New York a couple of years ago, and it's been a daily essential ever since. My wife and I visited the landmark, Tiffany & Co.'s 5th Avenue flagship store, right before Thanksgiving, and the experience there was nothing short of remarkable. While we were shopping, they even gifted us exclusive Christmas ornaments shaped like the flagship store itself, which you can only get at the landmark location. What drew me to the Tiffany hardware collection was its bold yet refined aesthetic. The design is actually inspired by a unisex bracelet from 1971, reflecting the industrial architectural spirit of New York City. It has a strong presence, yet it's not overly flashy, exactly the balance I look for in everyday jewelry. We both tried on all the different link sizes of the hardware bracelet from large to micro before deciding on what felt right proportionally. The small link felt the most balanced for me, while my wife went with the micro link version. This way they complement each other without being identical. This bracelet has become an extension of my daily wear. I've never felt the need to rotate or swap it out. It's familiar, personal, and part of my everyday style. My ring set includes 2 pieces, my wedding band and a hammered white gold ring from a previous brand collaboration. The wedding band obviously holds a sentimental value. It's simple, but the domed inner circle makes it extremely comfortable to wear. The other ring, with its hammered texture, represents a different kind of significance. It's a reminder of my early content creation days and the idea that anything is possible. I've always worn silver tone jewelry, whether it's my rings, bracelet, or watch, and I've never really experimented with gold tones. It's not that I don't like gold, I just prefer consistency, and I'm not sure how I'd feel about yellow gold on me. Sticking with silver tones keeps everything clean and cohesive, and for now, that's what feels most natural to me. Even though these rings hold meaning, I'm open to swapping them out over time, maybe for an anniversary milestone, or if something else comes along that's worth symbolizing. These sunglasses are the newest addition to my everyday carry compared to everything else I've shown. I picked them up during my recent trip to Japan, and ever since, I've been wearing them non-stop. What makes these different from most of my previous sunglasses is the light blue see-through lenses. They still offer UV protection, but they don't completely block out the world the way dark lenses do. This makes them much more versatile. I can wear them both indoors and outdoors, day and night. One of the biggest reasons I love this style is that it feels more natural when I'm talking to someone. With darker sunglasses, it can sometimes feel like there's a barrier between you and the person you're speaking to. But with these, people can still make eye contact with me, and I feel like I'm still paying enough respect to the conversation while keeping the style element of sunglasses. Now that I'm reflecting on what I carry every day, I realize that my everyday carry is shaped by my lifestyle, personal preferences, and the activities I do daily. Over the years, I've refined my essentials down to just the things I truly need, but that doesn't mean I never carry more. Even though I don't like keeping things in my pockets to avoid bulk, I do carry a bag most of the time. I've actually built a bag collection based on functionality, and these are what I use to carry all of the items I've shown in this video. Each bag serves a specific purpose, whether it's for commuting, traveling, or running errands, and depending on the occasion, I'll pack a few additional items. For example, if I'm out for the day, I might bring a camera to capture moments, a water bottle to stay hydrated, or even eye drops, especially since I recently had LASIK surgery and my eyes tend to get dry. Having the right bag means I can carry just what I need without overloading myself, keeping everything organized and accessible. I always find everyday carry videos interesting because they provide a moment of reflection, not just on the things I carry, but why I choose them. These small everyday decisions say a lot about how we live our lives and what we find important. My approach has always been about keeping things minimal yet functional, and I'll continue refining my carry as my needs evolve. Let me know in the comments, what are your EDC essentials? I'd love to hear how you approach your everyday carry.